Do you ever buy something you don't technically need and then your dog has a digestive mishap? Yeah, that guy. Welcome back to Project Kehm. Today we continue to document this ongoing project build of our 2024 Ford Bronco Black Diamond Edition. In our last episode we covered the Bilstein 6112 coilover lifts that we're going to be installing in an upcoming video. Today we're going to cover something a little bit more modest, budget friendly, and often overlooked, and that would be some floor liners. Now you might be wondering, why do you need floor liners in a Black Diamond Edition when it has rubberized flooring? Well, let's just say during Jax's Code Brown moment, I'd rather have something that I could pop out, hose off, and put back in, rather than getting on my hands and knees, scrubbing it, trying to get the smell out, and going through several air fresheners in the process. The floor liners that we're going to be installing are Lasfit. I purchased these off of Amazon during Prime Days for $129. They were regularly at $150. I'm going to be comparing these to some smart liners that I have in my Jeep. I know it's not apples to apples, but I just want to get a feel for the difference in the quality, the build, the construction of it. So what do you say we go open these up and see what we got?
Alright guys, here's the box that these came in. Nothing fancy, not like it's an iPhone. No tabs to pull, no cool stuff to peel off, sleek edges. Just a brown box with a handle, so if you're going on your trip to Hawaii, you're going to be ready to roll. Box is in decent condition, not that it matters, it's not like these are going to get hurt, but nothing fancy here. We'll just pull these out, throw them on the concrete, and take a closer look. Alright guys, so here we've got the Lasfit Floor Liners laid out on my driveway. These are for my 2024 Ford Bronco, and this set is for the Black Diamond trim, although they would probably fit any two-door trim. I didn't get them with the rear cargo area. In hindsight, I wished I would have, so hopefully I can add these later. But at first glance, you can see how precisely molded these actually are. They're not universal mats. These are actually custom fit, and they use some laser scanning technology. So every curve of this cutout is shaped to match the exact floor dimensions of my Bronco's interior. So these are manufactured with a high-density thermoplastic elastomer. Honestly, guys, I have no idea what that means, but it has something to do with the composition. I know these are free of, I guess, allergens, PBA, latex, PVC, lead. The list goes on and on. So with that said, they are all weather, heat and cold resistant, flexible and rigid at the same time, and they're not prone to cracking, warping, or fading, so it won't melt like a vinyl LP if you leave it out in the sun. They're designed to resist stains and odors. Of course, they're pet proof, which is one of the main reasons I got this. I'm not calling you out, Jax. And they're easy to hose off, so pop them out, hose them off, and drop them back in. So they use what they call a 3D scanning technology, and this helps mold this to in my case, the Bronco's OEM floor pan. So you have a tight, full edge-to-edge fit, which is really nice. And they have a unique texture design. I like the fact that these look like tire tracks. I think it makes it look rugged, and it's going to give the Bronco a really badass look. These are tough compared to what the standard OEM flooring looks like. So taking a look at the bottom, you can see where they've got these nibs that are what help hold the mat in place. So they just help grab the existing floor and keep these from shifting and sliding around. And these little crosshatches or boxes, they're raised as well, so I think they add to that ability to grip, which is great because you don't want these shifting around while you're driving. And of course you also have the factory retention clips, which will help hold the mat in place. So the logo is not actually just printed on this floor liner. It's actually manufactured into it. I don't know if it's part of the TPE or how they achieve this, but it goes through from the top to the back. So basically this isn't going to wear over time, or at least it's not going to fade over time. If you wear down the mat, it seems logical that this logo is going to stay put. So for those of you that like logos, if that means anything to you, I think that just further enhances the quality of this product, and that they took the time to do it right. Alright guys, as promised, here's a side-by-side comparison of the two floor liners. The Lasfit that I just purchased for my Ford Bronco, and this smart liner that is currently in my Jeep Wrangler. Now I know this isn't necessarily apples to apples, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of how these differ from what's out there. This smart liner is more plastic, kind of rigid and tough, whereas this is a rubbery, flexible feel, which obviously is going to enhance the gripability both on the bottom and with your feet compared to the smart liner. And not to mention the fact that these have a more rugged, aggressive look compared to the smart liner. Now these Lasfit, I'm pretty impressed with them. The smart liners I've used for a while on my Jeep, and they're fine. I mean, I've got nothing against them. They do the trick, and as you can see, it's like a deep bowl. I think that has a lot to do with the OEM floor pan, but it definitely contains anything you might throw in there. But it doesn't have the same wicking as this would. These deep grooves that would channel away any sand, dirt, water. This is just going to really puddle it up, these smart liners. After doing this side-by-side comparison, I think I'm going to upgrade the floor mats in the Jeep Wrangler here and install a set of those Lasfit. I'm hoping they have that same aggressive pattern on them, but I really like the way they look and the way that they fit. So before we do the install, I just wanted to give you a quick look at the original flooring in the Bronco Black Diamond edition. This is a rubberized flooring. It's actually a good quality. There's really nothing wrong with it. You can hose this out, pull those drain plugs, you know, do what you got to do. The only reason I'm putting in the floor liners is I don't want to have to deal with that. I'd rather just pop those out, hose them off, and put them back in. Plus, I'm big on trying to maintain the resale value of my vehicles. I'd rather not wear down the flooring. It's so much easier to replace a liner than it is the actual floor. So let's get into this install. So the install was quick and easy. You just popped them in and snapped them into place. No tools needed, no drama. It was quick, and they fit very, very nicely. On the right side, same thing. Only difference is it only had a snap for one side, not on the other, so I'm not quite sure why that was. Perhaps the other Broncos have an additional snap. It was a little loose compared to the left side, but still held pretty well. The back had no snaps. You just dropped them in. They laid flat on both sides and went nicely over the transmission hump, giving me excellent coverage from one side of the Bronco to the other. And there you have it. An install. If I weren't holding a camera, I would say in less than 5 minutes. You can see here where it comes up under, if I can get a good shot of it, comes way up under. And it hugs along the front of the seat and along the edge. And it's a good, strong fit that's not going to go anywhere. So Lasfit, you did a great job with these, and I would highly recommend these to anybody at this point. Heck, doesn't get any easier than that. And as you can see, it hugs all the contours again, follows all the lines. I'm pretty impressed. And not only is it a nice fit, it looks nice. So you can see how tight it fits along the edge, how it hugs the contour right here. And it goes up under the seat a bit, basically where your feet would be if you had passengers in the back.
So my final thoughts, I think Lasfit nailed it. I think this is a good quality liner. It's rugged enough for trail use, great for every day, and easy to clean out for those little pet mishaps that happen. It's odor-free, and it looks really tough. So I'm curious what you guys think. Has anybody out there added floor mats to their Black Diamond edition? Or any Bronco for that matter? What's your favorite mod that's under $150? Drop a comment below. Let me know what you've done. I'm always looking for my next smart upgrade. So next up, we're going to be talking about the Icon upper control arms that I purchased to go with the Bilstein 6112 coilover lifts. So you don't want to miss that episode. All right, guys, so that wraps up this episode of Project Kehm. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button to continue following the progress we make on our Ford Bronco build. So what do you think of the new liners, Jax?